You're looking live at Harmon Field. Well, not exactly live, but we're taping the show from the 50-yard line at Harmon Field, Bill Chappell Stadium tonight. We're going to take a look back at the South Cobb homecoming game and also next week's contest with the Sprayberry Yellow Jackets. So stay right here. We're back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock one or two products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
I'm Kelsey with the Chick-fil-A here in Dalton, and we're partnering again this year with the Dalton Quarterback Club to provide you an awesome tailgate meal each home game starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and get your Chick-fil-A meal with Coke products sold separately. Chick-fil-A of Dalton reminds you to eat more chicken and go be great!
Who's this old guy?
Oh, that's Cooper. Most people like to adopt the younger dogs. But one day your time will come, huh, Cooper?
Sweetheart, what about this puppy?
Honey puppies. Mommy, Daddy, that's it. That's the one.
The Coldwell Banker Homes for Dogs project has helped find homes for thousands of shelter dogs.
How's your tea?
Because our agents don't just understand real estate, they understand what home is all about.
Welcome back to the Catamount Football Show from the 50-yard line. Coach Lane, a little different venue for us tonight.
Love it. This is great. Great night.
Absolutely.
Great air. It's we're not out here humid. We're not sweating.
That's right.
Enjoyed it a lot. But just stay out here and just keep doing the show.
So kind of an interesting game, homecoming. A lot of distractions for the kids this week.
Absolutely.
The score was 62-7, I think was the final score, but just not quite as clean a game as we would like, right?
No, yeah, we've talked about each week how important it is that we play better the week following. That's just kind of been our mantra all year. And I have a feeling, I hate to quote Coach Chappell again, we quote him a lot, it's not going to be as bad as we think, it's not going to be as good as we think, be somewhere in the middle. But the reality is just some technique stuff that kind of, even though it's a great win, and certainly we want to celebrate the win and think our kids did a great job. Thought our coaches did an outstanding job. But we'll get in that film, and I think we're going to see some sloppy techniques. Maybe see a few plays we took, maybe cut a corner here or there. And that's just not the things we can do to compete with the teams that we want to compete with. So we'll go back to the drawing board. We'll work on those things. We're still a team in transition, a new quarterback. We're still trying to kind of open up a little bit of the offense. And so at this point, it's going to be a busy week for us.
And give South Cobb some credit. They were they were determined to shut down the buck sweep, which we have been running, and they did for the most part. They did a pretty good job of that. We had to switch to running some inside plays and some different options like that, but they had a good plan defensively. No
doubt. The one thing that we talked about that we knew they would have, they'd be physical, they'd be big, and they'd be fast. And they certainly were, and they proved it tonight. They beat us a couple of times at the point of attack, but they couldn't beat the play, if that makes sense. So they did their job, but certainly Jameer got his yards, and so good tonight to see Maurice Howard almost at 100%. I still think he's about 90%, but he had two very physical runs and scored 2 touchdowns. I thought our defense did an outstanding job of setting the tempo early on for us. I thought they played extremely hard, played sideline to sideline, held them to under 100 yards total offense. It was a very good offense. I mean, we were talking about before the game, there's 3 or 4 guys on this field that could have gone the distance at any time. So I thought they did a good job corralling them. The lone touchdown coming on a kickoff return when we'd already got our seconds in, and we're kind of letting some of our JV guys play. And
I think, was that our first defensive touchdown tonight, Brady Penley on the pick six?
Yeah, at first, so that's right. So interception and then a interception return for touchdown. Scored Luke Blanchard, great job.
Talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about him and the punt return and that.
Yeah, well, they did a quick kick. They showed you that they were going to go every single time that they were going to go for it on 4th down. Mm-hmm. And so we were kind of expecting that. So we put in a few little things, but We just couldn't really get that going because they were successful early on with some fourth and 4 and a 4th and 6. So we had to be a little bit respectful of that. So we did a late run on that we do where we brought in Luke Blanchard, who's a freshman for us, that's had to step up now and get some playing time with all the injuries we've had. And he made the most of it tonight. He certainly showed us what we know about Luke. Yeah. Luke is extremely quick, extremely fast young man. He's got great hands. So he fielded a clean punt. I don't know the exact distance, about 70 yards for a touchdown. And I mean, you know, to run that far on this field against that competition tells you a little bit about how fast he is, and so he certainly made the most of his opportunity tonight.
Absolutely. Health-wise, we weren't 100%. We got Ozzie back. He was probably, I would say,
he got re-gimped.
Yeah, he got hit in the ankle, but he was probably 75% of what he normally is. And
Brant was probably 75 to 80%.
Yeah, Brant, Bagley, left guard. But starting to get those guys will be 100% hopefully this coming week.
Yeah, you know, you want to look at this week's opponent, Sprayberry, who we'll talk about in just a moment. Very talented football team, but we're going to need to be as close to full speed as we can. You know, you mentioned Ozzie, you mentioned Brant. You know, it hurts that we're not going to have Landon, we're not going to have Tunner Nolan, we're not going to have Ashton. So, you know, those are some real hits to you. But once again, it's good to be getting Maurice back. That kind of helps us a little bit. We had a little scare this week with Mauricio Quintero, a potential ACL scare, but turned out to be fine. Just
Jameer
a little bit painful. Jameer's got, and that's, you know, now we're at the point to where you start losing some guys due to sickness, whether it's mono or flu-like symptoms or whatever. So that we're just kind of a team right now, and we talked about this, you know, really all week. We just tried to win tonight's game. And then we'll get in the film in the morning and Sunday, and we'll come up with how do we win next Friday's game. And then we'll have a week off, and maybe we can kind of get caught up, get a little healed. I think that's the real test for us. How will we practice that week? What's the most that we can do while at the same time getting ourselves healthy? Because then we hit Altoona, then we hit Osborne, and then we're right in the playoffs. So, like I said, love these guys, love their heart, love how hard they work, but we just got to be sure we keep them as healthy as we can.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in just a minute.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist, and we are excited. It is football season. Another thing that we're excited about is our new facility opening here at 844 Sugar Road in Dalton, Georgia. Our other location at 815 East Walnut Avenue is still open to help continue your car service. So just give us a call at 706-529-2706. And from the Transformers family, God bless and have a beautiful day.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
Welcome back to the Catamount Football Show. We've got our coach's interview segment. We've got Coach Eric Long. Coach, welcome to the show.
Thanks, appreciate it.
So this is your first year in Dalton. Why don't you kind of give everybody an update on your background, on your football background, on your coaching background, and how you wound up here in Dalton with us?
Awesome. Well, been coaching for 15 years, the first 14 in the college ranks. We came from Pennsylvania, my wife and my kids. We lived in Pennsylvania for the last 11, 12 years, and we were in Georgia before then, down at Fort Valley State University, down south a little bit, and we're happy to be back in Georgia, trust me.
All right. So talk about the differences. You were in a Division I AA program, so pretty big program, coaching college football, recruiting, all the things that have to go on, and now the differences in coaching high school football.
Different is Dalton gets more fans. No, the atmosphere is awesome, but the kids are the same. Just in college, a little bit older, and you're just giving those guys a scholarship to play for you. So you got a little bit more people that are getting kind of paid to play, which is a little bit different than obviously the high school level. But the kids are the same. Kids love football and they want to play as hard as they can. So it's really similar. Just shorter periods.
Right. Well, and I think too the big thing that we've talked about this some is the difference in the meeting time and the mental preparation
for sure
that you get with college guys. Talk about that, because you guys get a lot more time with your players than you do now, and especially coaching quarterbacks and with the injuries we've had, you've had to spend a lot of time.
Yeah, absolutely. In the college level, you have about 2 hours of meetings a day, and you only have 1 day off a week. We usually give the guys 2 days off here, but there's 1 day off a week in the college level, and at least 2 hours of meetings a day, plus your 2.5 hour practice. So you get a lot more meeting time, and it's throughout the whole year, which which is different in high school. We do a little bit throughout the whole year, but in college it's a year-round job where you're learning, and then you got the spring football and everything. So there's a lot more mentally that goes in, but you also have a lot more usually in each game, a lot more preparation in both offensively and defensively. You can do so much more, schemes that it does take a little bit longer to game plan for. Or in high school, it's just a little more simplified from that level, but still obviously great football.
Certainly, a very unusual situation this year with our quarterbacks. Have you ever had an experience like what we've been through so far?
No, not with this many guys going down. Honestly, obviously when you coach for multiple years, you're going to have guys go down, but usually it's just one, and then hopefully for a short period of time, then they come back. So this is a little different. Last week we had to pull a kid out of the stands and bring him over halftime to get dressed or get ready to go. That was a little different for me, but the kids are great. They work hard, and that's all that matters.
So touch on kind of what you've done. I mean, you were working a lot with Landon before his back injury. So talk about the development that you did with, because I think it's been really good with what you did with Landon and then Ashton, and now certainly working with Parker and the other guys.
Yeah, obviously Landon and Ashton were our focus early because they were the two guys that were over there, and obviously Landon being senior, we're trying to focus a lot of energy on him, and he was doing a great job. It's very sad they did get injured because I thought he was making great strides, and then Ashton, is a great kid, great player, great athlete, and so when Landon got hurt, we're like, okay, well that's no problem. We got Ashton, a great player, and so he started to develop and do well, and then all of a sudden he gets hurt, and then we threw Parker in there, obviously the first game without a lot of reps, he was a little bit nervous, but after you get a week with him, you kind of show him what we're doing, then he, I think the same thing. I think he progressed a little bit this week, and if we just get better every week, no matter who we got in there, then we got a chance to win every game.
And I thought tonight his passing ability really came through. I mean, just the work that he's a good passer, but the work that you guys had done this week with some of the throws that he made tonight, I thought he looked really, really good passing the football.
Yeah, I think he did great, but the thing I was proud about him was decision making.
Right.
I think he read the defense well for not having that much experience at doing it. I thought he did great today, just reading the defense and throwing to the right spots. He didn't get us in any bad situations, which is what you want your quarterback to do, especially when you have a great offensive line and a great running back, obviously, great core running backs. You kind of manage the game a little bit, but he did a little more than that. He got the ball out to some playmakers, and I think the more we continue to do that, the better we'll be.
Absolutely. Before we wrap up and let you go, introduce us to your family, wife, kids, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, awesome. My wife is Christine Long. She's the principal over at Blue Ridge Elementary School. My son is Ethan Long. He's in 7th grade at the middle school, plays football, basketball, baseball for the Catamounts.
Plays quarterback, I think, for the 7th grade team.
Plays quarterback for the 7th grade team, and they had a great year. They had a lot of fun, and I'm sad it's over. My daughter's Juliana Long. She's in 5th grade, goes to Blue Ridge, and she's a dancer down at the Dalton Dance Academy, excuse me.
So you'll be spending a lot of time and money down there over the next several years.
She's ready for the Nutcracker this year, so we're excited to be there.
Very good. Well, thanks for coming on the show, and thanks for everything you do. We're certainly happy to have you with the Catamounts.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Stay right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Ford of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership, offers our exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile limited warranty and our $1,000 low price guarantee. Ford of Dalton, I-75 exit 336 or fordofdalton.com.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
At Engineered Floors, we make sure better is in every detail. Technology has always been the foundation of Engineered Floors, pushing past what we believed was possible. Rather than having several buildings for each part of our manufacturing process, we've put everything under one roof, from beginning to end, which means easier production, faster turnarounds, and better work environments. When it comes to the environment, we've taken extra care to leave a smaller footprint, especially as we grow. Stain-resistant, pet-friendly, durable, beautiful, guaranteed. We create our flooring with our customers and their daily needs in mind. We are invested in this community and the economy that has been created by the industry we love. And after all of this, we still know that we can do more. As long as our customers need us, we'll continue to fearlessly pursue better.
Ford of Dalton, your hometown Ford dealership, offers our exclusive 10-year, 150,000-mile limited warranty and our $1,000 low price guarantee. Ford of Dalton, I-75 exit 336 or fordofdalton.com.
My name is Edrehy Garcia, and I'm offensive lineman. Tonight we just had a good game. Defense played amazing, offense did good, and we just able to put up an amazing score up there, 62-7. It could have been 62-0, but special teams kind of messed up. But once we go back into practice, we can fix that, and we can go back to we can have a 62-0 score. Well, tonight, more of man versus man. I just had to get on my block. I got manhandled a little bit, lost my balance, and just had to get out there, play harder. Well, the goals right now, well, we are looking forward, but next game, like Sprayberry, we're focused on beating them first before we have to play Altoona for the region championship. So right now, we're just focused on Sprayberry, one game at a time.
My name is Parker Adams. I'm quarterback for Dalton High. Tonight, we played a pretty sound game. For me, confidence levels coming in at quarterback and just driving the bus really with the offense was a big challenge, but I think we did great and we played a sound game, touched on all levels of the game. For Sprayberry, I'm going to watch a lot of film, a lot of study on what their coverages are, figure out their weak spots, hit them hard there, and just play a good football game, sound, fundamentally team. I'll try my best to put my excitement into words, but it's pretty tough. But I think just playing as a team, going to offense, scoring 62 points was just a great experience, and I can't wait to do it next week against Sprayberry.
Why should you make the switch to First Bank of Dalton?
My bank gives back to our community.
My bank understands our changing needs.
My bank made my dream home my home.
My bank has the tools I need to manage my business.
My bank helps me save.
My bank make decisions locally.
Need more reasons? Stop by and see why First Bank of Dalton should be your bank for life.
Big things are happening at Hamilton. Anna Shaw Children's Institute, People's Cancer Institute, new physician practices near you, and Hamilton Medical Center is #1 for overall hospital care. Hamilton Healthcare System, health for life.
Are you tired of driving to Chattanooga to have a great dinner? Look no further than Walnut Hill Farm right here in Whitfield County. We are now serving dinner on Thursday and Friday nights. Our team of Matt Barrett and Jason Joseph have put together what we believe is the finest menu in Whitfield County. With a wine selection of over 50 bottles and 50 miles of mountain range in the background, this will be your go-to for romantic dinners and dinner with friends. We look forward to seeing you out here, 5 o'clock on Thursday and Friday nights.
My name is Lane Cox, and I'm a senior, and I play middle linebacker. And tonight, our defense just kept pounding them, and we created turnovers. And Parker came out as quarterback and scored, and threw some nice balls. And Jameer always performing, and we had a good night on defense. We kept going 3 and out. I think they may have had like one drive on us, but we almost had that shutout, yeah. The main challenge for me, we've been trying to get a shutout for so long, and we've been so close every time, and we had them all night, and defense was easy tonight, and we just needed that shutout from special teams. At Sprayberry, to prepare for Sprayberry, I'm just gonna watch a lot of film and know the right holes to fit, and I'll focus and we'll be ready. And we're gonna go into the playoffs, and we're gonna win.
My name is Saul Espino, offensive line, and the game today, it was amazing. I mean, we all had fun, and that's the point of football, is to go out there and have fun. We did have some challenges, but we overcame them together as a team. And the goals for this season is to win region champs, have a good seat in the playoffs, and take it all the way to state. One of the hardest things about playing South Cobb was their speed and us trying to adjust to their speed. I mean, because they're pretty fast, and they're a pretty good football team. And yeah.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock 1 or 2 products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express, where we care about you.
Blue. Blue is big. You've got the deep blue sea, the big blue sky, and more people in more countries like blue than any other color. That's big. And in the world of real estate, blue stands for one of the biggest brands, Coldwell Banker. 91,000 agents across 47 countries gives you a super-powered Rolodex and the marketplace muscle of a brand recognized from Indiana to India. So join the blue, join Coldwell Banker, and start doing bigger, better, and bluer things in real estate.
Well, coaching took until week 7, but we finally got a break in the weather.
I'm telling you what.
Had some nice football weather.
It was a different night than what we've experienced. For the first night, I didn't feel like I had had a shower during the game.
Yeah, but during warm-ups.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was so thick. But boy, tonight had a good breeze blowing, and just a great, beautiful night for football.
No surprise here, they onside kick us.
No.
That's the 3rd week in a row we've been onside kick.
Yep, and I don't think that's happened. That's one of those new things.
Yep. So we go 3 and out on the first series. Not a great way to not a great way to start.
It's not a great way to start, but you know, sometimes, and this is certainly one of those weeks, it kind of takes a little while to find out what the other team's doing.
Absolutely.
Especially with us. We've had so many different things that teams have done to us just to get us started. You see our defense right here. Got a good, solid game this week out of our front 4 again. Ryan Rui, Tyson Swope, Christian Lama, and John Ross. They did an outstanding job in here. The young man just outruns the ball, evidently. He winds up dropping it right there, and a fumble recovery by Caleb Hernandez. You'll see it right here. Just a little scramble drill. He gets outside right here. Once again, though, you hear Adam Martinez always talking about tucking that ball and keeping it high and tight, and there he's carrying it like a loaf of bread.
I was going to say he's carrying it down by his knee.
That's right. Winds up dropping the ball.
So come back in our Wildcat formation and get Jameer.
Jameer had to get he had some tough yards early on.
He did have some tough.
They really jammed the thing. This is you in your conversation with Coach Long. One of the things that we've got to do with Parker is develop a passing game.
Right.
We just can't be one-dimensional. And certainly he is a young man that I admire his courage, being able to come out and certainly do whatever it takes. And so, like I said, great job right here. Solid throw, puts the ball.
That was a fourth down play.
Fourth down, that's right. Solid throw, and I feel very comfortable making that call. You'll see it right here. Good block by Maurice Howard right there. and then he does what you're supposed to do, get it to your playmaker.
Absolutely.
In space.
And picks up enough yardage for the first down right there.
You know, we don't talk about, we talk a lot about our offensive line. We talk about kind of what they do, and you see certainly some fine blocking there. But I do want to take a moment and just talk a little bit about Kareem Page, number 5, backside. You'll see tonight a couple of long runs. He's downfield making some really solid blocks, getting down and blocking another 1 or 2 people. Here you see we tried to run a little fake, and we had him open, but just this little kid's an athlete. He just stuck his hands up right there, got it and elevated, and wound up knocking it down. So once again, defense comes out. Lane Cox having another solid game as well. But boy, I'm going to tell you tonight, you really saw some hard hitting out of our defense, and particularly with Gabe Hill. So good to have him back and have him healthy.
Mauricio's got to get away from that football.
Yeah, and you know, it's amazing. It's one of those things that you go into great detail about, and they still want to be around that ball. It's like something off of Star Wars, some
right.
tractor beam that lulls them in.
Coming back, here's Josh Moore. He had a couple of nice runs tonight. Yeah. Just a change-up formation for us. Put Jameer out wide and put Josh back there and let him pound the ball a little bit.
Yeah, and it's a formation that needs to expand for us. We need to give it some more. Tonight we just kind of wanted to, for lack of a better phrase, take it out for a test drive. It's a great block right there by number 5 again, but you love to see Brant downfield, Osby, Baldo downfield, and then certainly Christian Morgan. Another hard run.
Good hard run.
Talk a little bit about, Bill, about how that just kind of gives you a little bit of a difference as far as the type of running styles. And then this right here, just break in. Brady Penley, one of our sophomores that's had to step in to the role that was vacated when Parker came over on offense. And certainly right here you see a great break. Ball's over it. He dropped one last week, had to bring that up, but he needed a little bit of redemption, and this was a great piece of redemption right here. Absolutely. Love seeing that. Love to see the emotion. Love to see the way those guys work together. And, of course, we got another sound night tonight of our field goal kicking and snapping from Harrison Jones and our cadre group of young men. But talk a little bit about the running styles with Josh, how that helps us.
Josh is just more physical. I mean, he's a straight-ahead pounder. And it really, the line loves when they love it when he's running the football as well, because they know he's going to just blow it up in there. And
that's right.
If they don't get out of the way, he's going to run them over too.
Yeah. You got to block. If you don't. Right. You saw a great tackle there by Vincent Vignier, a young man that just moved in with us this year, and you saw on the opening kickoff. And here you see just solid line play. Ryan LaRue had probably one of the best games of his career. Made some really, really good adjustments to do his game this week to really allow himself an opportunity. Coy Gray getting in there as well. Brock Johnson also had a solid game for us. And you see right here, once again, Brady Penley coming up, making the most of his opportunity, which he's going to be a young man we're going to depend on next year. It's good to see him getting in there and getting that opportunity now. Once again, you see another great catch. Absolutely.
Just a fade route down the sideline, and Kareem does a great job of going up and taking it away. I mean, just grabbing the football.
Kareem's a very athletic young man. He's a sophomore, and it's so awesome to see him making the most of the opportunity he's getting as well. Love to see the energy that like I said, that he brings to us, making big plays.
That's
good. Unbelievable.
Yeah, a really good throw. It probably wasn't really where we wanted him to throw it, but and then Jameer gets it and does the rest.
Yeah, and
all the way down to the 2 or 3 yard line.
It's so close. He tries so hard, but right here, just running 4 verticals, he brings him inside with his throw, and he just does something amazing right there. Turns around, catches the ball, just kind of grabs it out of space. It's probably an interception, truthfully.
Absolutely.
And a great job right there, Journey Boston, on the block there on the perimeter to spring him down the sidelines.
So come back with just a right up the middle blast play and for a touchdown.
Looked like the Braves' first inning, 19-0.
No kidding, right? Now, there's 3 minutes to go in the half. I mean, this game was not. I mean, it sounds crazy to say 63 or 2-7 on the final, but it doesn't. It did not feel that way.
No, it was like we blinked our eye, and it went from 35-0 to 62-7.
Right.
I mean, it's just like bam. Solid job there by our cover teams getting down there. Good job right here, hard hitting. See him coming up right there. Once again, Gabe Hill, Mauricio Quintero, Malachi Gregory.
Coming back on offense, and here's Jameer again. Just takes a power play right up the middle for a touchdown.
It's really hard to take away the power and shut the buck sweep down.
You can't do both.
Talk a little bit about that.
Well, they were playing outside and overplaying the buck sweep, so that opens up power for us. And We didn't run it as much as I wanted to. I kept telling you.
Really, that surprises me. Every time I would ask for the formation, what formation do y'all like? Power? What player do you like? Power?
That's right.
Once again, a solid job by our defense right here, and a great job. This is exactly the way you do it. John Ross, I love to see the way he did this. I hope we have a replay right here. He comes up right behind, and he's thinking, he knows that he's scrambling, that hand's going to be coming loose, and you'll see he just cocks that wrist back. And John's been working to overcome an injury as well. He's had a bad hamstring and has been working week to week. And right there, just a great job. And then the fumble recovery right there by Caleb Hernandez, who seems to be a vacuum. He's had our last 3 fumbles. But once again, a turnover. And what do you do with a turnover on offense?
Got to take it and score right now.
That's absolutely, got to take it and score. And this right here is probably a sound part of his game that we've got to explore a little bit more. Good decision making, getting out, getting what he could, and then get out of bounds.
Here we come back with power again for another touchdown.
Yeah, and to Jameer.
That's right. Good job by Josh Moore right there, getting inside out on that defensive end. That really made that play go. Going for 2.
Great throw.
Just kind of
really good throw.
Yeah, it was a good throw, and just wanted to really kind of work that play, and we hadn't done that much.
No, no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, we felt like we were. Well, we'll talk about when we come back for second half, but we thought we were on track to run about 50 plays. And
yeah.
After because we ran 30.
That's what we thought.
35 in the first half.
That's right.
Home is a place where all are welcome. It's where the story begins. It's not a place, it's a feeling. Home is where the heart is. At Furniture of Dalton, we handpick each of our 150 brands so that you can find your perfect heart's desire. Come see what you've been missing at Carpets of Dalton and Furniture of Dalton, the destination that brings you home. Exit 328 off I-75.
I'm Kelsey with the Chick-fil-A here in Dalton, and we're partnering again this year with the Dalton Quarterback Club to provide you an awesome tailgate meal each home game starting at 5:30. Be sure to be here by 6 o'clock for the catwalk and get your Chick-fil-A meal with Coke products sold separately. Chick-fil-A of Dalton reminds you to eat more chicken
and go Big Red!
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist, and we are excited. It is football season. Another thing that we're excited about is our new facility opening here at 844 Sugar Road in Dalton, Georgia. Our other location at 815 East Walnut Avenue is still open to help continue your car service. So just give us a call at 706-529-2706. And from the Transformers family, God bless and have a beautiful day.
You know what makes Carpet Express different from other flooring companies? We care about you. So that you can make the right choice for your home, at Carpet Express we offer carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, ceramic tile, and luxury vinyl tile. We don't only sell you a product. At Carpet Express, we offer quality installation backed by a warranty. We don't stock 1 or 2 products. At Carpet Express, we stock up to 100 different products in each category at affordable prices. So come to Carpet Express where we care about you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reginald Sherrill. Are you tired of sweaty underarms and dealing with deodorant stains on your clothes? We're performing a procedure called Mirror Dry. It's safe, non-invasive, sweat and odor-free, deodorant-free. It is clinically proven and FDA approved. I've had the procedure and it really works. The procedure takes about 1 hour, it's local anesthesia, and works immediately. Call our office, Dalton Plastic Surgery, 706-226-3311. 706-226-3311.
So we went in at halftime and we thought, okay, we ran about 35 plays in the first half. We'd really like to have. We've been only averaging about 32 or 33, so we were hoping to get about 50 or 55 plays with our guys. We need them.
We need those plays.
Just for the game reps and the conditioning, and we ended up with what, 40?
Yeah, 38. 38. Had 31 in the first half and 7 plays in the second half.
Yeah, strange. Well, and it was a running clock. South Cobb elected.
Your favorite thing.
I hate that rule.
Ooh, big hit right there by Mauricio Quintero. Love to see that kind of aggressiveness coming off of the perimeter. That's one of those hits that they kind of feel 2 or 3 plays down the road when they come back and try to throw that same pass again. They're listening for those feet.
Coming back on offense.
And then, of course, right there.
That's the thing we've been talking about the last several weeks, and Brent's got to control his temper right there, but he got cut by number 16. You'll see it right here. Here he comes. And they finally, at least to the umpire's credit, he throws the flag. He saw it. They just can't do that. And they've been consistently doing that to our guards.
4 weeks in a row.
We've been running this play so much. It's just not. Here it comes back with the inside zone, and good job blocked by Journey right there downfield.
Yeah, this is the moment. You know, I look in these games. There's what's this run right here? This is such a great run by Maurice Howard.
Broke through about 4 tackles. That was mostly Maurice. There wasn't a whole lot of help from the offensive line on that one. We didn't contribute a lot.
Well, right there.
Yeah, Manny picks him up. That's good.
Manny helped him in the celebration portion of it. Yeah, Brent comes in with his head down and misses like everybody.
Yeah. Good job by Maurice. He's really a talented young man, and he'll be back. He's junior.
Leading any other region. He's probably leading any other region.
Oh, yeah. He's starting for every other team that we play, probably.
That's right.
I don't know if we've seen a better running back.
No, absolutely not.
Other than Jameer, than him.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then right here you see just a good job on their part. They hit us in a seam. We had a young man that had a helmet broke, and we were working on his helmet, and we threw a young guy in, and they happened to run it right back at their young guy.
You remember that happened last year against Ringgold. Ringgold had that guy off,
and we went at him.
We went right back.
Yep.
And now here comes one heck of a run. This is Jameer's last
carry.
This is
unbelievable right here.
I asked him, I said, were you toying with him or were you tired? And he said, well, it was a little bit of both, Coach. He got kind of tired right there at the end, he said.
And just got enough.
Yep.
Just had enough
juice to get it across the line.
But that was his last run for the night.
Absolutely. See?
Right there, that's the one that starts it right there.
Yep.
But look at right here, here's Kareem down the field right here. And what a great job right there, knowing where, there's Maurice Howard down there. I mean, that's what you got to have those long runs. And I think people miss that. Yes, Jameer is a tremendous talent. But first of all, he had a lot of blocking to get him into the second and third level. But then when you've got people at that second and third level, like Evenson, like Kareem, Journey, Hunter Nolan, those guys getting down the field, Maurice Howard right there, man, that's what creates those big plays. And certainly we've had a lot of them this year.
No doubt about it. We need to go back and look and see how many over 20-yard plays we've had. It's
absolutely. Big hit right there. Gabe Hill, love to see Gabe get kind of excited.
He's had 2 really good games since he came back. Last week he played really well. And
he was playing really well when he got hurt. Yeah. And he just has picked it right up. You see another big hit right there. He is such a role player for us, though. I mean, we asked him, it seems like every week, we ask him to do something different or some nuance Coach Carpenter comes up with. And just a great job right there. And then here you're going to see our freshman Luke Blanchard. You're going to see one of his true highlight for him. Makes a great move, get a great block there. And then here, there's no substitute for this right here. This is speed. And when you got it, you got it.
That young fella can run.
The young fella can run. No true words spoken tonight. So 55-7 at this point, and back to your point. I mean,
running clock.
We've only had the ball 3 offensive plays at this point.
Crazy.
And then when it rains, it pours.
Just a bad break right there. Knocks the ball out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Jeez. Starts the 4th quarter.
Great job, Brandon Arredondo, one of our sophomores that's having to play. About 165-pound defensive tackle nose guard. You see right here, good pursuit. Great job by Lane Cox. Lane Cox is doing it out. He's playing as good a linebacker as we've probably had in the last 4 or 5 years. Such a great job right there, and they turn it over on downs.
And there's our JV boys coming in and getting Maurice in the end zone.
Yeah, love to see the way he plays. Maurice is just a fun guy to watch.
Very good.
There you go, that way, Big Charlie.
That was the last. That's the only 2 offensive snaps I think we had in the 4th quarter.
Oh, yeah. There
was a play before that, and then that touchdown.
Correct.
So the final score, 62-7.
So good luck to the South Cobb Eagles.
Hey, and we're getting to shake hands
season.
this week.
Yeah, that's right. That's always a good thing. Yeah.
Why should you make the switch to First Bank of Dalton?
My bank gives back to our community.
My bank understands our changing needs.
My bank made my dream home my home.
My bank has the tools I need to manage my business.
My bank helps me save.
My bank make decisions locally.
Need more reasons? Stop by and see why First Bank of Dalton should be your bank for life.
Big things are happening at Hamilton. Anna Shaw Children's Institute, People's Cancer Institute, new physician practices near you, and Hamilton Medical Center is #1 for overall hospital care. Hamilton Healthcare System, health for life.
Are you tired of driving to Chattanooga to have a great dinner? Look no further than Walnut Hill Farm right here in Whitfield County. We are now serving dinner on Thursday and Friday nights. Our team of Matt Barrett and Jason Joseph have put together what we believe is the finest menu in Whitfield County. With a wine selection of over 50 bottles and 50 miles of mountain range in the background, this will be your go-to for romantic dinners and dinner with friends. We look forward to seeing you out here, 5 o'clock on Thursday and Friday nights.
Back on the Catamount Football Show, and let's talk a little bit about Sprayberry, Coach Lane. You know, a lot of the teams in our region are newer teams.
Yeah.
But Sprayberry is one that has been around for a long time. I mean, we played them when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So they have a long tradition of football.
That's right. Yeah, Sprayberry is certainly an opponent that we're familiar with. They're a school that's in transition. If you've been to Sprayberry, there's been a lot of nicer schools that have been built up around that area, that East Cobb area. But Sprayberry is just kind of a cornerstone. It's been in that area. It's right there close to Lassiter, and so those two schools kind of share kids, kind of go back and forth. The great thing about this team is that they've now, you know, if you remember back probably about 10 or 15 years ago, they really were not a very strong football team. They have a good year or whatever, but they're now at a point right now. 2 years ago, they've got Trey Sermon, or 3 years ago, they had Trey Sermon at tailback, who's a starting tailback at Oklahoma. That they've got Rodrigo, the kicker from Georgia. Yeah. So they've really produced some talent over the last few years, and they're going to be a very, very good football team.
Well, their coach also. Last year was his first year, and he played at He's a Sprayberry alum.
He's a Sprayberry alum. That's right.
So anytime you got that going on your coaching staff, that means more. I mean, we know that we've got a lot of guys, that, you and several of us that played here. So that certainly helps them too.
It does, and not only that, he played in college. He brings a little bit of gravitas that kind of comes with that coming back, and he was defense coordinator at one of the Gwinnett schools for a long time. And so his strength is in defense, and I think they do a really, really good job defensively.
They really do. Last year, it was a battle. I mean, they gave us a hard time. They had some unique schemes and some things they were doing to us. When you look at them on film, they're big up front. They play
very big up front,
and they were very multiple last year.
That's
They played 4-man front. They played a 5-man front. They played a 3-man front against us. Brought a lot of pressure from different places. So we'll really go back and watch last year's film plus the video from the games this year to get more of a beat on them. But I think that just looking at them briefly, the thing that you notice is they're big, and offensively they have a huge. I've seen their offensive line; they're big.
They are every year probably the biggest offensive line that we face. The thing that really scares me, I think, more than anything is just like the team we played tonight, extremely talented and gifted. Where they probably lack is in the discipline area. What I see out of Sprayberry is I see a team that's very gifted athletically, and they're disciplined. They're playing with a kind of a little mojo right now, and so it scares me. I mean, that's the kind of things.
And I think they were off tonight too.
They were off tonight. That's right. So they've got 2 weeks to prepare for us, and we're just going to have to show up, and we're just not allowed anymore to have a down game. You can't take, a wonderful stat, like I said, I mentioned earlier in the GHSF Daily. If you don't get that, I'd recommend you go on there. 2 great writers, Todd Holcomb and Chip Safe from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and they just pepper you every day with some neat statistics and rankings and stories about our kids, and they brought up the fact of looking at the regions. And when you look at our region, in Region 6, it is always number 1 or number 2 along with Region 1.
Right.
Now, if you think about that and contrast that on our local area, you know, those regions were not the stronger regions in their classifications. So we're having to not only play up, we're playing up with the same guys that are you know, find themselves in a situation that we just cannot take a week off.
Right.
We have to be the best team that we can be week in and week out. We can't make mistakes. And back to the original mantra, we got to be better next week than we were this week. This week was great, but it was just enough to beat, you know, South Cobb. Next week, we got to find a little bit more so that we can beat Sprayberry.
Absolutely. We'll take a quick break for these commercial messages and be back in just a minute.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of Transformers Transmission Complete Auto Repair Specialist, and we are excited. It is football season. Another thing that we're excited about is our new facility opening here at 844 Sugar Road in Dalton, Georgia. Our other location at 815 East Walnut Avenue is still open to help continue your car service. So just give us a call at 706-529-2706. And from the Transformers family, God bless and have a beautiful day.
With VidLink, OptiLink's exciting new entertainment platform, you'll have the freedom to stream VidLink content on multiple devices, even when away from home. Plus, with VidLink, you can access the widest array of content on the market. You'll get great features like Restart, Replay, cloud-based DVR storage, all HD programming, and so much more. Contact us today to see how you can get linked to the next big thing in video entertainment.
Buy from the pros who know at Proformance Sports Academy. Our pro shop has one of the largest selections of bats, gloves, and cleats in the North Georgia area, featuring Rawlings, Wilson, Louisville Slugger, DeMarini, Mizuno, and the largest New Balance cleat dealer in the area. We provide baseball and softball gear for travel leagues, rec leagues, middle school, and high school programs. Get your baseball and softball training, equipment, and uniforms from the former collegiate and professional players who know at Proformance Sports Academy. ProformanceSportsAcademy.com.
Back on the Catamount Football Show, and Coach Lane, this week was homecoming, and I want to talk to you about
the distractions.
No, I want to talk to you about the pep sessions. You know,
man,
we kind of went through a lull where they weren't very good, and now the school spirit. I mean, our football games, the student section, they are so into it. But talk about the pep session and what you saw and how it feels and all that good stuff.
I cannot say enough about our faculty, our administration, and our students. They do such an outstanding job during homecoming week. And as I've watched them this week, there is something every hour of every day of this whole week. And it's everything from the coronation, which used to be on Friday.
Right.
I mean, at the
now they do it on Monday.
They do it on Monday now. Then you've got the theme days throughout the week.
Yeah,
then
I saw some of the outfits that
should we mention the Latin heartthrob? Should we just let that marinate for
some of the kids were wearing was quite entertaining.
Listen, they do such an outstanding job of getting the kids involved and looking for ways to compete. And so throughout the week, we have this spirit stick that is it's kept in the trophy case, but one of the classes wins it. And it is a long-standing tradition. And so throughout the week, the freshman class, sophomore class, junior class, and senior class all compete. And they compete with a food drive. They compete with, just all the different entities that they can compete. And it builds to the Friday pep session. And then they just do an outstanding job. The kids have to qualify for the pep session. So what winds up happening is there's things that they have to do.
So not every student.
No. So
you got to earn your way in there.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah. So when you get in there, man, it is electric. And the cheerleaders have got it going on, and they open it up with their big dance routine. The band is playing, and they're playing all the great songs that we have on Friday night. And then you got a DJ who is spinning, and they're doing a dance competition. That in and of itself is a talented and risky moment. Then you have the honorary class, and then they introduce all the fall sports, and it just continues to build and build. And I mean, when it comes to the climax, to the end of our kids are jacked up, excited, ready to go, and of course the competition. And then at halftime, they present the Spirit Stick winner of what class won, and that's kind of always a big deal. But like I said, whoever came up with this week, and I know it's evolved. It's not really one person. It was great, but probably the next best thing, even though it was another disruption, was when they decided on Friday it was a half a day.
I was going to say they give them a half. They give
oh my
them
gosh,
a half day off, right?
this is like the best idea next to sliced bread, because what winds up happening is nobody's focused on school that day. Everybody's thinking about the game. Everybody's thinking about the dance. Everybody's thinking about the parade. And so by cutting off at half day, first of all, it allows us to capture the football players and kind of get them out of the general population. We can kind of get them and go, okay, football time, football time, football time. But everybody else just go out and have, they're out decorating the floats. They're out decorating the cars. They're out getting prepared for the night. And it's just awesome. And then the parade in and of itself, I've been very privileged to drive a couple of times with my daughters as representatives. And we have to do some finagling over there with, with pregame meal and all that. But it is just, my hat's off. Mr. Bartu, our administration team, our central office, and they get the best thing about it, they get the whole district involved. So like the theme days, my son at Westwood, they're having the same theme days. So even the elementary schools are dressing, the middle school.
And they're participating in the parade.
Oh yeah,
in the parade they have floats. And,
it's
Lisa
great.
was over helping work on the Westwood float last night.
Yeah,
so they're all in.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
The other thing about homecoming, we got to see some of our old players and coaches. I think David Painter. I didn't see him today, but David Painter came back.
David Painter
who was
came
a defensive back and graduated. I think he was in the '79 class that had their reunion. Played at Georgia. Was
national
a great
championship.
Yeah,
team.
played on the defensive back, good player.
Right.
And then of course we got to see Coach McManus.
No, always a treat.
Oh gosh,
always a treat.
Just talk about him a little bit and your experience with him.
Coach McManus is. There's so many different levels. And you know this because you know him personally.
Right.
You didn't just know him as a coach. Families were close. And to look back at his time here, first and foremost, as an educator, I mean, he was the best math teacher I had. I mean, he focused on teaching math, but he made it fun. Right. I mean, he did some of the neatest stuff that I've ever. Now this is going to be fun. The sprinklers have come on. That's right. So we're on a time delay now. But secondly, as a coach, wow. I mean. He was my middle school coach.
Right.
And then later on to just see the things that he was able to do with us defensively, because we both worked with him in the box. He was a genius. Yep. I mean, he was like a
savant.
He's like a mind reader. Yeah. He could call the play before the offense would call it. But I would go one step further. As a colleague, such a great mentor, such a professional, always teaching us that it's about the kids. It's about our faith. It's about being real. It's about connecting. And, when you got an example like that who's working, first of all, under Coach Chappell, and the example obviously he was, and Coach McClurg, and Coach Waiters, and Coach Guthrie, and Coach Evans, Coach Cady. I mean, you just kind of go down the list of these guys that made a tremendous impact on us. And then to see, just kind of where we are now as coaches, and we're kind of stepping into those mantles. I don't know if it makes me feel old or it makes me feel privileged, but certainly I feel both of them today.
And I think the other moment tonight, Tommy Macon was on the South Cobb staff, and to see Coach Chappell come out on the field and hug him, because he played for Coach Chappell and was a really good defensive back and went on and played at Jacksonville State. Yeah. To see that moment they had over here on the 25 or 30 yard line, that was pretty awesome.
Well, I tell you a funny thing about that moment. So we're like standing right over here, and when he walked out, Coach Macon was out there with the players, and Coach Chappell goes, "Tommy, hey Tommy," and he looked over at him, "Coach," and he comes over there and he says, Coach, you yelled at me on this field a whole lot more than just that one time right there. He said that was like that felt at home, So, but yeah, Tommy is a guy like, and that gives you an example.
Told us tonight he's retiring.
Yeah, retiring.
Season, right?
Love to get him up here. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't know what we got to do, but he said he wants to be the guy at Walmart waving. Right. He said, getting the electrical carts back inside. Absolutely. But yeah, to Coach Macon, another just I think it just goes to show though how important football is, but particularly Dalton football in our community. And it's a big deal. It's a big deal, and such a privilege for us to be a part of it.
All right, before we wrap up, great crowd tonight, great support.
Oh man,
just good to see everybody out in the stands, right?
You know, that's what's probably great about doing this here. You kind of get a view of what these stands look like empty, and it doesn't matter who we play. These stands are full. Yep. Now, the stands we're looking at, you know, tonight we had 12 people here, you know, and I think 2 of those were security guys, you know. But, you know, it's just so awesome when you walk out and you see these stands full, and you hear, you know, right now the voice of the Catamounts, you know, Rick Zizek, and he's on, but you got the big Jumbotron playing, seeing pictures of the kids, or maybe yourself sitting on the bench looking at the iPod, whatever it might be, you know. But yeah, this is such a magical place, and it's just fun, man. It's you know, this is my 27th year as a coach, and I don't know, I'm nearing almost 400 games as a Catamount, and I can tell you, it's
each one is still special.
They're all special. I never take it for granted, and certainly being the head coach and walking on this sidelines, I never take that for granted. It's a privilege, it's a blessing, and it's an opportunity to really have a platform of influence that is second to none. And so I appreciate our community allowing me to be a trustee of such a great program.
Absolutely. We want to invite everybody down to South Cobb next week.
Oh, yeah.
Please make the road trip down.
Sprayberry.
Down to Sprayberry next week. Want to have more fans keep our tradition of having more fans than the home team.
Well, it's funny. For our region to not like us, they love us because we travel well. It doesn't matter if it's baseball, basketball, soccer, football. We have as many in the stands as they do. And so our fans, you guys are fabulous. We love you guys. We appreciate you traveling with us.
Bring a friend.
And what's amazing, we have so many people that travel that are not parents.
Right.
I mean, there are former Catamounts there, but what's neat, now this is the neat thing about playing in this region. When we go into the Atlanta area, there's a lot of alumni that live in the Atlanta area, and you know this because it happened to us at Harrison, and it'll happen again this week. People will come over and they live, you know, 2 neighborhoods over, or they live, you know, just around the corner and come over, and gosh, I hadn't seen a game in, you know, 25 years, you know, same old Dalton. And that's to me is one of the best compliments I can ever hear is when people say, same old Dalton.
All right, so we're going to wrap up the show before the sprinklers come on this side of the field and
take our showers
and get all of Brandon's equipment. And we'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.